in Dublin. Vikings and Steelers, who you got?
Well, number one, if you're Aaron Rodgers, make sure you get with the locals and you learn how to dance and do the Ireland stuff that they got going on over there. But I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I believe that run game is going to finally get going. I look at that game the Vikings had versus the Falcons when they rushed for 218 yards. Get Mr. Warren going. Get your young running back Caleb Johnson going as well. Give me the Steelers and A-Rod.
And that's interesting. And the Vikings coming off a game in which they looked so ridiculously good. What's your sense here?
I'm going with the Vikings. I think there's going to be a big Steelers contingent. Obviously, we know the Rooney family's connection to Dublin, but I do think that Vikings defense put on such a show. We didn't maybe talk about it enough this week as the NFL media. What they did to the Cincinnati Bengals was destroy them, and in a way that they've got a lot of momentum going in. I feel good about the Vikings right now, even with Carson Wentz.
They beat Glass Joe. I mean, Brown, come on, man. Brownie, listen, last year, Aaron Rodgers almost beat this Flores defense. He's seen it before. He's a guy that has one of these memories that is like photogenic. He remembers so many things. I think he found something in that Jets game. He missed that throw late in the game. I think he figures his Brian Flores defense on and they die by the blitz.
I like Minnesota a lot. I thought, that, first of all, their defense was dominating, but great stat from Hembo. The Steelers have been outrushed by 229 yards, the biggest margin in the NFL. The Steelers' defense quietly has been a problem.
Which Rodgers will have the bigger game, Aaron or Isaiah? That's the interesting question. All right, Mike T, Colts and Rams. Sneaky, awesome games this weekend. Who do you like?
I like the Colts, and this is really strength against strength. The Colts have been sacked the least amount of times in the league. The Rams have the most sacks, and I can't wait to watch that matchup. Daniel Jones right now proved to me that he can't do it with all these weapons. I think the Rams are really good, but I like the Colts.
Is this Daniel Jones thing for real? I mean, right now I've been doing a bunch of radio interviews and stuff like that with my book and everything, and he's playing an MVP caliber pace. Is that for real?
It is for real, and I don't like people saying that, hey, Daniel Jones is going to show us his true colors. Well, guess what? He has the pieces in Indy that he did not have with the New York Giants. You have a reliable tight end in Tyler Warren, who's a rookie, but he's playing like a veteran. You have the leading rusher in the NFL right now when you look at Jonathan Taylor. And then those receivers. So Daniel Jones, number one, he has control over the line of scrimmage. He's making every throw on the football field, short, intermediate, deep, but also he's involved in the run game as well. They punted one time this season in 3 games. Daniel Jones is for real, and so is Indy.
Triggs, I know you're picking the Rams here. I feel like this is a statement game for the Colts, though, right? What will you say Monday if Indy all of a sudden is 4-0 with this win on the road?
They played great against Denver, which is the top defense in my eyes in the league, so I'm not going to take anything away their wins. That said, if you go into L.A. and you win on the road against McVay and Chris Shula and what those guys do over there, I think that is a statement that we wake up Monday morning and we're saying, okay, MVP talk for Daniel Jones. And what an indictment that would be on the Giants if that's the case, 2nd year in a row.
I mean, I've been one of the guys that have stood by Daniel Jones through all his ups and downs. You know, I've always believed that he was a good quarterback, and environment does matter. But listen, he's run into a buzzsaw, a team that had disappointment last week, a team that has Super Bowl aspirations. They know that their quarterback is pretty probably the last year of his career. They're going to go ahead and get it together. And it's no indictment on Indianapolis if you lose to a great team, one of the best teams in football.
Greeny, to use your line, sneaky big news, have we seen a player change the financial trajectory of their career more quickly, more transformationally than Daniel Jones in the month of September?
Well, I mean, there's been Sam Darnold did it last year. Baker Mayfield, is he the next in line?
He's going to blow past $30 million a year. Blow past.
Let's see. Mike T. All right, Bart, let's go to one more matchup. Who would have thought that this game would have the juice that it does? Jaguars, 49ers, Bartholomew. Who do you like?
I'm going with those Jaguars, and I got notes, Greeny. Listen, a lot of people are not paying attention to what the Jacksonville Jaguars are doing. You know, they have 7 interceptions, so they're taking the ball away. They're great at stopping the run, and they also can run the football. Now, listen, Trevor Lawrence leaves a little bit to be desired, and, you know, Brian Thomas has got off to a slow start. And we haven't even seen the impact of Travis Hunter yet, which I wish they would just make a full-time cornerback because I think he's a dominant player in that position.
You started nodding along when he said that.
Yeah, because Travis Hunter right now, they're trying to have him be good at both. Go be a great corner and work on the receiver later, Greeny. He just looks a little undersized right now. They're playing good football. They can use an impact corner.
I just think this game's in San Francisco. The 49ers obviously are hot as they are, and as much as they lost Bosa, and we know we don't have Pearsall maybe, and there's this Ayuk issue, we don't know when he comes back.
They're all hurt, right?
They're all hurt. They've been finding ways to win throughout. I don't think the Jaguars are going to go on the road into San Francisco and come away with a victory.
Well, I would say this about San Francisco. Just as much as they're 3-0, they can be 0-3 easily right now as well. And I think the main thing for Jacksonville, they're top 5 in rushing and they're top I believe 6 or 7 in stopping the run. Those two components, I think, has Trevor Lawrence playing better, but also have all of us having more faith in the Jacksonville Jaguars.
And they haven't given up more than 23 points this year. So the defense is keeping the game nice and low. When you have that, you have an opportunity to win the game.
Looking at the number here, the Niners only a 3.5-point favorite at
right.
home. The total is higher than I would have thought, 47.5. Interesting game. All right, the picks keep coming fast and furious, and you can get up and get over to ESPN Bet for the Greeny Click and Collect. From now until the end of the show, log in to claim a $5 bonus bet for this weekend's NFL action. ESPN Bet is the sports book for sports fans. Coming up, we got to get to the college games this weekend. It's the best college schedule of the season so far by a wide margin. What has to happen for Bama to beat Georgia? How about Drew Aller for Penn State against Oregon? We'll get to the bottom of both those games and more. Plus, slow start, Saquon. Bart is going to explain to you why Saquon Barkley is not off to the kind of start you may expect and why it may not be the problem that you think it is. But speaking of problems, speaking of upsets, Schrager versus Hembo. What are the odds? Which active quarterback, Peter, here?